Hi everyone and welcome to this week's episode of Pen of the Week. This is a short video series where I highlight a pen and an ink combination I'm excited about using this week. First thing we do is recap last week. This is the TWSBI Eco T with a steel extra fine nib and Robert Oster's Australia Sky Blue. I have barely made a dent in this pen. I've used it a lot, but it is such a nice sort of fine nib and such a huge ink capacity that this pen's going to be going and going and going. So, yeah, I still have tons of this to go. Lovely ink, lovely pen, great match. So I was more than happy with this one. And as it's my May 2019, which is, I've named my Robert Oster month, where I've highlighted a different Robert Oster ink each day. I think this one's going to be going well after May. But let's look at this week. Another Robert Oster. So here we have a Retro 51 Stealth pen with Robert Oster's Great Southern Ocean. Now, one of my favourite Robert Oster inks, hands down. Amazing ink. So yeah, I have this with a steel Jowo. Well, it's the Jowo version, so it's a more recent version. Recently, Retro 51 changed from having Schmidt nibs to Jowo nibs, and I think that was a really great move. Jowo nibs are great, and I love this 1.1. So let's talk about this. So firstly, the pen, price point. Okay, these aren't expensive pens. Like they're not fancy pens, but at this price point, I think they're really nice. Sort of depending on where you get them, they're sort of around the 50 to 60 American mark, maybe a little bit more, but really relatively affordable, nice pens, and the nibs are really great. Now, the look of this pen, I love the look of these Retro 51 fountain pens. I think it's a really nice design, and I have the sort of the matching Stealth rollerball here, so I quite like having the set. I think it's a nice looking pen, as I said, so, it's got a good sort of number 6 size nib, which I'll get to in just a second. It's just a nice pen in the hand. Okay, so nib. I really like this Jowo 1.1. It's a nice stub. It's smooth. It's not a scratchy stub nib, and as a left-handed writer, that actually is really important for me. But as it is a number 6, you can actually get them in a range of different nib sizes. But in theory, you could swap this out for any sort of Jowo nib or number 6 nib, giving you quite a range of nib options available, which I think is quite nice. Now let's talk about the ink. So it's a lovely dark, rich blue. It's almost a blue-black sort of colour. A real sort of good everyday ink, which is also, it's not overly flashy. So there's a little bit of sheen on it. It's sort of an interesting colour, but you could use this for professional use, and I intend to. And I think it's a really solid dark ink, but with a nice little bit of shading occasionally, just for something interesting. Now, the third point is the same as I made on last week's, and it's an important one for me. It's Australian made. Robert Oster is an Australian-based company from South Australia. And I think I love supporting Australian brands. We all love supporting brands from our own country. But if you're not familiar with the Robert Oster inks, I would really suggest you get a couple and have a look at them. Pick colours that are appealing. There's a huge range of colours. Like, I've tried 120 something of them, and that's not all of them. So there'll be something for everyone. So yeah, really nice. Anyway, let's get on to the writing sample, where I write a little bit from Dracula by Bram Stoker, and we'll see how we go. And this is where we left off. So you can see that because it's a 1.1, you get some lovely sort of shape to the writing. Now, as a left-handed writer, it doesn't look the same as when a right-handed writer uses a stub nib, but there's lovely sort of wide downstrokes, and the side strokes are nice and thin. So as you can see, there's going to be sort of a nice shape to the writing. it lays down a good amount of ink, and as you can see, it's actually pretty wet, which I really like. So this is a lovely pen, and it's a lovely ink. It's a lovely dark, rich ink, and one that I really have loved using in other pens, and I'm looking forward to having in a pen that lays down such sort of a generous line. So that's my pen of the week for this week. The Retro 51 Stealth fountain pen with a Jowo 1.1 nib on it, and Robert Oster's Great Southern Ocean. I hope you found this video interesting. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notifications button if you want to stay up to date with all the videos that I produce. Please feel free to get in touch using any of the platforms listed below. You can find me on Instagram or Twitter at @the_offstage_me. You can message me on any of my videos here or drop me an email. All the details are listed below. If you've got products you think I should be looking at, get in touch. If you've got questions, get in touch. Or if you've got a way you'd like to support the channel, get in touch and let's see what we can do. In the meantime, enjoy your pens, enjoy your writing, and I'll talk to you later.